Welcome to Heart of Artness, where we get to hang out with the heart of whatever it is that you are creating. I am Carly. You can call me Carl or whatever sounds good to you. I am a creative business coach, a life coach, and an artist at heart. I have been in and out of arts, never out of art, actually, always just in art for all of my life. When I say out, I think it's just a transition from one medium to the next. But my background is in fine arts and industrial design and a really long time in craft cocktails. I work very foundationally with energy and energy arts, how energy moves through our bodies. So energy and embodiment. What you can expect from today is clarity and guidance, and hopefully some actionable steps that you can take with your idea, your creation, your dream, whatever it is that you are making. I have to pivot. I have to pivot a lot because so many of you are watching the recording and I have less people on the live than I thought that I would. And that's really hilarious because my outline no longer fits. That's totally fine. That's actually one of the things that I wanted to bring in about myself, is that I am interested in exploration and adventure and playing. And so like here we fucking are in the opportunity to play in the truth of the moment versus what I thought this was going to be. And we get to play. So here we are. We'll still check in with sensations that are in your body, just what you are bringing to this experience. As you're here live or as you watch this recording, just check in with your body, the shape that your body is in, how you're sitting, how you're breathing, and sensations in your body. This is a really beautiful opportunity to actually drop into this moment so that you can be fully here. And just notice what's in your body. We notice what's in the body so that we can become aware of what it's telling us, and also the power of our own inner alchemist. If we don't notice the things that we can change, then we don't know that we have power. Just noticing is enormously powerful. So just notice. Not changing, not judging, just noticing. Notice the shape that your stomach is holding, your lungs. If there is any thrill or bracing in your body. And perhaps just choose to be here. And the next perhaps just choosing is perhaps just choose to be open, to be curious, to be playful. So you are all here because you are all creators in some form or another. And that takes lots of different shapes for each of us. Each one of us is going to be a different shape of creator, a different form of artist than the next. Some of us come as coaches and healers. Some of us come as painters, be that with actual paint on a canvas or on a platform. Some of us are creators in the ways that we dream. We create our worlds. We create with hands, we create with art, we create with heart and the energies that move through us. We are all creators. We make art with life. For me, I am always creating something. Even in like the deepest, widest, emptiest void, I am always creating something. And here we'll just consider that the act of destruction is such an integral act of actual creation that has to happen in places like the void or darkness. So for just this journey, I'm going to ask that you focus on one thing. I also have lots of things growing at any given time. And it's actually super hard for me to say, this is the one thing that I'm creating, as I have also 20 other things happening and also seeds in the ground. So just for this experience, this journey, pick one thing. That can be something physical or some space in between physical and non-physical. And it can also be an energetic or a frequency. So you can bring your current piece of art, the canvas that you are literally working on, in whatever state it's in. This can be idea state or ideating state or creation state. You can bring your painting, you can bring a workshop, you can bring your masterclass, you can bring a room that you're painting or a book that you're writing. This can be a frequency that you are cultivating. So if you're calling in more ease or balance in your life, that would be perfect as well. But choose one thing, knowing that you can come back to this recording as long as YouTube exists. So you can come back with all of your creations from now until however long. Right now, just one thing you're working on, one thing you're creating, one thing you're mulling over, one thing you're musing with. And Violet, I'm going to ask you what you're bringing. What are you working on?
What I got is like I wrote down manifesto for my business, but also life. So words.
Oh, manifesto for business and also life.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I tapped in with a couple people I know are catching the recording and what they're bringing. And so I just want to speak those into this space as well, so we can hold those. Those are more frequency work. Balance, ease, expansiveness. Balance, ease, expansiveness. And if you are watching this recording and you're like, okay, balance, ease, expansiveness, these are 3 things. You can workshop these 3 ways, or not 3 ways, 2 ways. You could do it 3 times and come back with each frequency, balance, ease, expansiveness, or you can embody all 3 of those at the same time. Like that is actually just one frequency. So if you feel into your body and feel what that actually feels like when things in your life are balanced, easy, and expanding. We might not have a name for it, but that actually is one frequency. And the other one I've heard about is a half novel, breathwork business, and sensation of losing the voice, not communicating. So for this one, I would get clear on what it is that you want to workshop, so that we can bring one into the space. And just like the last one, it might actually be just one frequency of all of them. Cool. Whatever it is that you are bringing, whatever creation, idea that you are bringing, before we start, let me reiterate this clarity. Like, please be clear about what it is that you want clarity on. Clarity. Where my double negative. What creation you are bringing. And also a couple questions that you have had. Like if you have felt stuck with this idea, what is the stickiness? What are you stuck on? What would you like to know about? What do you need to know to move forward? When you are finished with this workshop, what exactly do you want clarity and guidance on? Vi, do you want to share any of those?
What do I want clarity and guidance on?
What do you want to know about your manifesto?
I want to know. I want clarity on the clarity. I want to, I guess I have like, it's like, and I want it to be, uh, I mean, obviously it's like a direction for you, right? A manifesto.
You asking?
Okay, I'll explain what I feel like what's happening for me right now is everything's just like this, and I want it to feel like my direction when I'm like blurring out. Maybe it's other people that I'm being influenced by. Like, I want my manifesto to be here. And so when it does get outside of me, this is what I come back to. This is like my back to basics, what I do for myself when I'm like back to basics for me is okay, we breathe and we keep it simple. And I want manifesto to be that for me, for business, for what direction do I move into? What am I a yes to?
Cool.
And that being clear. I don't know if that answered, but
there, it's your answer.
yeah. Mhm.
Perfect. Okay. I want you to grab something, a tangible object, don't overthink it, that is around you, that you can put in front of you and hold. Great. Yeah. Could be a deck of cards. Could be, I have this ball I've been hanging out with all day. It could be a pen. Like, really doesn't matter. Just something physical. This is going to be a representation of your creation. And in the same breath of saying, don't overthink it, if you're now holding this physical object and you're like, ooh, this is not it, then you can change your mind and you can swap it out for something that is actually a yes. Cool. All right. We are going to internally explore this. Some might call this a meditation. I would call this more of a journey. A lot of you watching this recording, I haven't worked with before, and I'm just going to trust that this is going to land for you in the exactly perfect ways that it's meant to land for you. And that's that. So I'm going to take you through a journey, a meditative journey, an exploration, an adventure, a play internally. Knowing that you can sit up or you can lie down, will probably be 15 minutes. If you need a bandana for your eyes, you can grab that. If you're watching the recording and need to pause this, please do. Just set up your space, set up your body so you can be comfortable for 15 minutes. And also have your physical representation of your creation somewhere within reach. So I want you to be able to touch it with your hands. Cool. So however you are, choose your posture, how your body wants to be. You're more than welcome to shift, form as we go on. But for now, just be in your body. Does it feel good to be in the posture that you are sitting in or lying in right now? At least for now. And choose it. This is the posture that you are inhabiting. Choose it. Find your breath. Bring your breath into your belly and just slow your whole system down. We cannot hear the language of our own bodies or the language of our creation when we're going too fast. And we can slow the whole system down simply by slowing down the breath. Just slow your breath down, bring it in and out of your belly. Good. Now we're going to bring up your creation, your idea, your dream, whatever it is that you are working with right now. Just bring up this idea, however that comes up for you. See it, feel it, smell it, touch it. Be in relationship with your creation. And now I want you to notice everything that you think that you know about this creation. Any preconceived notions that you might have about this workshop, just notice them. Any structures that you think that you have about your creation, any shape that it may have started taking, any colors, any directions. Notice the things that you think that you know about your creation. Let them fly around you, kind of bump into each other. And then just choose to drop them. Everything that you think that you know about your creation, just let it fall onto the floor. You can pick up what's true later, but for right now, just drop it. Come back to your breath. Support yourself with your breath if that feels weird, if that feels vulnerable to drop everything that you know about your creation. It's okay. It's great. One of the most important parts of creation is humbling the ego and all of the things that we think that we know. The things that we think that we know about something, in this case, our creation, but about ourselves, about others, about the world. The things that we think that we know are the things actually that keep us limited in our imaginations. So again, the things that you think that you know about the thing that you are creating, the thing that you are bringing through, drop it. Clean, clear, embodied slate. You don't know anything. And just revel in the possibility of that. There is infinite potential when you don't know anything. Everything is possible. Awesome. Now bring up again the picture of your creation, however that comes up. Dream, idea, sound, smell, full orchestration, however that comes up, just imagine your creation. See yourself making it. See yourself having made it. And now we're going to let all of the reasons that you think that you can't do this float up. The ones that, especially as creators, we push down, Because if they were up here with us all the time, it would be impossible to create anything. We're just going to let them come up for 2 minutes. The narratives that you hold around why you can't make the thing that you would like to create, let them come. Breathe. And let them say things that sound immature and dumb and not elevated. Let them say things like, I don't know how, I'm not good enough, nobody will ever pay attention. Just let those little creeping narratives come up. And keep breathing. You can hold yourself here, actually. We can hear these things, these voices, these narratives. We can hear them and not believe them. Can you hear them objectively? Wow, that's an interesting thing that I have inside of my brain. That's an interesting belief. How curious. We can experience negative, so to speak, thoughts without believing them. None of these are true. Yes, they run through your system, but they are not true in the most objective sense of the word true. I want you to pick the one that is the loudest complaint of your inner shadows. I can't, I'm not, I don't, whatever it is, just pick the loudest one. Be gentle with yourself. And see yourself as a little kid when somebody else told you this, that exact line. See yourself at 8 years old, 11 years old, 14, whatever age comes up, when someone else told you this belief that you tell yourself. And looking at your younger self, you're going to choose in this very moment to not believe that anymore. That wasn't true when that person said it. Maybe that's one person, maybe it's society. That wasn't true when they said it, and it's not true now. And I want you to tell yourself the thing that you actually needed to hear. So whatever the opposite of that thing is, go ahead and tell yourself that thing now. We'll do a really quick timeline adjustment because we're here and I also do magic. So do you. Just send this new belief up and down your timeline. So at any point in your past, when this story ran rampant, just send this new story there. I do know how. I am able. I can. I am worthy. And then send it forward in your timeline too. So any future version of yourself that might have a tickling of this limiting belief now has the new one. Cool. Now that we are clear of preconceived notions, we're aware of the shadow, but we're not interested in believing it. Now we'll connect to your creation. fully. So see it in front of you. See the imagery play out when you are making, when you are completing, when you are dreaming and scheming with your creation. You can bring your physical object into your hands now so you can feel it. This is the representation of your creation. Hold it and choose through your imagination and your energy for this to represent your creation, your idea, your dream, and charge it as such. And just for 30 seconds, I really want you to let yourself dive into the full, like not a little bit, but like 110%, the biggest dream, the biggest realization of what this creation is. Let yourself go there. Give yourself all the details, all of the senses, put it in context. Where are you? How are you breathing? What are you wearing? What does it smell like? What does the wind feel like on the back of your neck? When your creation is in its fullest potential, its fullest realization. What do your feet feel like on the ground? Good. And holding your creation in your hands, connect with your desire. Why do you want to make this? Why do you want to bring this through? The desire from your body. Connect it with your heart. Why do you want this? What's in it for you? If you can't feel your own desire towards this creation, spend more time here. Know your desire. Desire, want is the current, it's the electricity of creation. There has to be desire in order for creation to occur. Know your desire. Creation is always more than one. It's always about more than just you. And we want to know also the desire of your creation so that the two of you and your desire and your creation and its desire can come together and make. So with your representation in your hands of your creation, let it energetically take shape. a different shape or a bigger shape or a morphing shape than the object that you hold in your hands. Let it become larger, malleable, full of light and color and movement and sound. What shape, what energetic shape does your creation want to take? With your eyes closed, see it out in front of you, using your sacred imagination. Let your creation take a form. Don't judge the form that comes up. Your imagination is never wrong. This is the form that's here, and that's perfect. It might be a color, it might be an energetic blobby shape, it might be an animal or a person or a creature. And then tuning into the heart of your creation as you hold it in your hands in front of you. You're going to ask about its desire and let it tell you. So ask it, what do you desire? And if that question is too antiquated, you can ask, what do you want? What do you want? What is the heart desire of your art? And it'll say something like, I want. If you don't hear anything, that's perfect. Keep asking questions. If you do hear the want, the desire from the heart of your creation, say yes. It's telling you how to create with it. Now you can ask the questions that you came with, that you'd like clarity on. If you're looking for answers, ask the questions. I'm going to be quiet for a couple minutes. Just explore questions with your creation. wrapping up your own dialogue with your creation. And I'll have you ask it now. What do you need me to know? What do you have for me? And what can I do to support you? If there's anything else that you need to know, want to know, ask it now. You can ask your hows. Let the answer to how be wide. Any steps your creation is asking you to take. What do I need to do? Cool. Now see the heart of your creation alive and on fire, in motion in front of you. Feel your own heart, your own desires with this creation. See those swimming together. And the final piece of this equation, this energetic equation that is going to run the life force energy through your creation, is connecting it to your passion. So feel the base of your spine. Let the floor of your body drop, your pelvic floor drop. Be soft. Let your hips get wide. As you hold this scene with you and your creation and your two hearts, feel your why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you make? It might help to find some fire here to connect to the shit that really pisses you off and how you'd like to do it differently. How you stand contrary to other people. Your purpose. And as artists, we're not going to stand here all flimsy and like, I don't know my purpose. That's not true. Your body knows your purpose. Feel it. Feel your fire in your root. Why the fuck you do what you do. What this creation will bring to the world, will bring through you. What is your passion? What is your why? Yes, what lights you the fuck up? Yes, what turns you the fuck on? But deeper than that, what is your fucking why? Turn it on. This is your drive. It should turn you on. Then run that pulse through your creation. Bring the pulse of your purpose into your creation. And you can infuse that however feels good for you. You can send it through your hands. You can energetically send it through your whole body into your creation. You can shoot it over there with an arrow, paper airplane, doesn't matter. Put this pulse of passion, of drive, of why, of purpose into your creation and see it amplify. See the energy of your creation multiply times 10, times 100. How big do you dare to get? Our ideas, when they drop in, are so big. They're so wild. They'll blast our bodies with creation energy. They're embodied. They're sensational. And then when we hand them over to our brains, they become all floaty. And that's okay. We can work with that. But our brains create limitations, things that they think that they know. Your brain can only ever come up with an idea that it's seen before. Your body can iterate beyond the possibility of what your brain can think up. So when you find yourself in that floaty brain space with creation, bring it into the root and the heart of your body, connected with the heart of your creation. Two desires fueled by the passion and the purpose of you. That is the life force energy, co-creational with your idea, with your dream. So take any last impressions from this journey. If there are any lingering questions you have, any clarity you want, if you're looking for brand colors, now is a really great time to ask. And ask your creation to give you something concrete to solidify this experience. A color, an animal, a song, a number, a phrase. Before we come out, I want you to really see the connection right now between you and your creation. And know that this connection is always here. At any given moment, you can tune in with the thing that you are creating and ask it what it needs, what it wants to show you the way. You, in the sweet and limited human body that you are, don't actually have to know everything in your brain. And it also doesn't have to be a long practice. You can literally just ask your creation and let it answer. And that's like 1.2 seconds. And you're ready. We'll shift from one experience into the next. Do it slowly. Be slow in your body. Be slow in the coming back together. Slow in your movements. Fluttering your eyelashes, wiggling your fingers and toes is always a really beautiful way to come back into the physical body from the energetic body. A breath to remind yourself that you are here. And another noticing of the sensations that are now present in your body. Remember what you came with and notice what is here now. Let your inner creator, who is also an alchemist, be awed and amazed at the shifting of sensations in your own body. When you are ready, I'm going to bring us back together. Would love to hear what you discovered, what you learned.
So the object that I grabbed is a box of matches, and my what I brought in manifesto, and it's very much like the moment that you were like, drop everything you think you know. That was all I wanted. And I was like, oh, okay. Um, okay, but I wanted to share a series of words. So when you're speaking about the idea piece, my eyes had opened and I was looking over to my bookshelf, and I just saw all of my children's books, and they remind me of just like keeping things super simple. But the reason why I love them and um, is because they're simple and super deep. And that's something that I too would like to bring to the world, just like fun children's books that aren't so serious, but they have so much heart and depth in them.
Mm.
And I just want to share the message of the books that came up. So it's what to do with an idea, finding muchness, maybe
Maybe.
in my heart,
Ah,
and watering the soul.
what?
Yeah. That's all.
I mean, that's all. Those books just wrote our whole workshop.
That I love so much too is that there's imagery there. Like in children's books, there's
Mm.
imagery with the words, and it just creates colorfulness and playfulness, and it's fun, even as deep as they go. Like the topic can be so serious, but it's so fun and colorful, and it creates the simplicity of the complexity. And they all kind of always end like, you, and maybe this is my manifesto, but like, you get to fully be expressed. And like, you matter, your expression matters, your heart matters, your feelings matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what will you do next with manifesto?
Oh, with manifesto, I get what I always usually get when I think that I need to be doing something in business, which is always like, no, you don't. Like, play around, fuck around. And that's what I was trying to say with the um, boxes of matches, was like, no one would have ever believed at one point in time that you can take a stick and run it up against this thing and then start a fire. And then they're like extra long too for long candles. Like, someone thought of that out of nothing. So what the fuck do you think that you need to do with the manifesto? Like, you're taking all of these parts and pieces that is your life, that is like, it's almost like, what do you want to create? I'm trying to do it out of, well, this is what you have as a direction, but it's almost like um for me, going through the experience is creating itself, but I need to come to stillness to remember that.
Mm.
Something like that. It's not in the, oh, I need to do this, that it gets created. It's in the, I'm enjoying myself and I'm enjoying this part of what I'm doing, that it's created. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The the obligation, the obligation energy of, oh, I have to do this, is so stunting for for the actual energy of the thing. Yeah, that will, the doing I have to do will like, oh, it will take an idea and like turn it into an idea that is like so multifaceted and like ins and outs and infinite. I mean, we need to make it finite to make something, right? But when we have this like, I have to do it obligation, it will take that potential and like make a cube out of it and be like, look, I made a thing. But it's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it almost has like an assembly line kind of energy to it. Like, gotta crank it out, gotta force
Mhm.
it.
Super stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to drop tools for nourishing the creative body, And I think I'm going to put it instead in either the follow-up email or I'm going to open a WhatsApp group for Heart of Artness. So it'll go into one of those two places, or maybe both. Um, Tools to nourish your creative body. And even as I say that, I'm going to drop a couple here and then wrap us up. The I don't know that this is so much a tool as a no, we can say trust is a tool. Trust is a tool. I want to bring in the void because the void is such an important part of the it's such an important place for the creator and such an important part of the creation cycle, the void. And I feel like we don't often have, here's the tools part, we don't often have tools with which to navigate the void. Like the void is, wow, that was a really cliche thing that wanted to come out of my mouth. The void is unavoidable. As much as we want to avoid it, it fucking happens because that's how energy cycles work. Like we have to have the void. That's where so much of our power comes from, is from the void. But what we don't have is tools within the void, or really just trust to be in the void. So I pulled cards this morning, and I wanted to read actually the creator archetype from the archetypes deck from Kim Kranz, which, if, like I said, a few of you have not worked with me, this is my favorite ever. The creator, the way that she touches the void is like the creator, the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator is not intimidated by darkness or lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. Well, hot damn. the that yes. As creators, as creator, we are literally creating from void. Like where there was nothing, now here is something. Like we have to have void to create from and into. It is so important to trust it and to learn to navigate that empty space. And the empty space, that like nothingness space of like no inspiration, like nothing moving through, no words, no sounds, no colors, is like I get it. It's fucking terrifying as an artist. You're like, where's my shit? And it is super skillful to navigate that space with trust. Piper just got here. Hi. Hey, I was just closing us out. What are you doing? You don't have any sound yet.
I was in the middle of a nap, and then I was like, what time is it?
Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. I will send a recording probably tomorrow afternoon. But do you know what you are bringing as far as creation goes? Like what thing you wanted to work on today?
Um, like loosely,
Whatever's here for you.
yeah. I would like something like some sort of design to come through, but it hasn't been. It doesn't know what it wants to be yet, I guess.
Mm, mm. Yeah, cool. Damn, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Um, yeah, I wanted to bring this also. So thank you for bringing this. Sometimes we're not supposed to know yet. Like the thing's not here yet, and we're not supposed to know all the information yet because it's just not time. Like sometimes a couple other things have to fall in line for the piece that we're looking for to be revealed. Like we have to, 1 through 10 has to happen, but we're like, but where's 11? You know, or it's just not time. Like that like if you ask your creation a question or like waiting on this design to come through and it's just not happening, sometimes there's a reason for that too.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that, Piper. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Well, I'm so grateful we got you for 3 minutes. What a
Yay.
delight. So I'm going to create and send out with the recording email a WhatsApp group for Heart of Artness for accountability for all of us in the things that we're creating. And I'll put a month-long timestamp on it. So we have this container, this WhatsApp container to connect and be seen in what it is that you are creating, so that we have our network of creators, and we can hold each other accountable for the information that we have received from our creations. So we can actually bring our creations through instead of all of the reasons that our darling brains are going to come up with things that are like, I'm not ready. It's not time. Oh, something else happened. Like we can hold each other accountable. And inspiration is always fucking cool too. So expect that from me. Also not in 2 weeks, but for 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks in August, I'm going to run a creativity summer camp. Yeah. And just to play with some vibes here, when you guys were little, what was your like dream summer camp?
Okay, so I went to one called Splish Splash, and it was supposed to be like water and swimming. And I don't know if this is my current dream, but probably little somebody in there still needs to like live this because it rained the entire fucking week. And not splish splash other than the rain that was falling from the sky. And there was one point where we all got to the pool and they made us take showers before you got in the pool to like,
Yeah.
And so we get all like rinsed off in the shower uncomfortably and then get outside and lined up at the pool and it starts like thundering and lightning and they're like, oh, sorry, you can't swim, guys.
Oh,
So
and then you're all wet.
for no reason. Yeah, and it was cold. them. So I'm like, cool. So Splish Splash, summer camp, water camp, swimming hole vibes.
Cool. Love it. Yeah, tire swing into
Yeah.
swimming pool. Love it. How about you, Violet?
Mine was an arts one, and they had like it was music, dance, like drawing, painting, and you got to pick two. And I played the violin then, so I picked that. But then, which I thought I got, but then I didn't. I got dance, which was the best fucking thing of my life because I was like, I've always wanted to do this, but super scared because I don't know what I'm doing. And a lot of the girls in there were in dance and they were like little ballerinas. And I'm like, nope, I don't do that. But it was so fun. And she played to everyone who was there, but yeah, arts camp.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I think that this, like, okay, so 2 weeks long, and we're just gonna infuse it with like whatever our dream summer camp vibes were. So I think like I don't know, like maybe somebody wanted like baseball camp or astronaut camp or like I don't know, but like it gets to be whatever the fuck we want it to be. Um, it'll be free, and we'll be exploring our creative bodies. So that's in August. I'm like looking at my calendar now to tell you the dates, but it's still in July, so I'm not sure yet. Somewhere in mid-August. Um, and I also have my, okay, so I got new words for this just yesterday. Like my big magic behemoth of a business course is opening soon. And the words that I got for it is it's business school for art school kids. That's fucking cool. So anyway, that's called Gospel of Business, and that's opening super soon too. And I haven't told very many people this yet, but Gospel of Business is actually also a co-creational book writing project. So as we're running the course, I am writing the book that we will publish to be released after we're done. It's really fucking cool too. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
If you're watching this recording, I want to hear what you learned about your creation. And you can come see me directly or email me, or we can do that in this WhatsApp group. Cool.
Wow.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.